Good afternoon, students. So we are discussing about linear programming. So in the last class we studied definitions related to linear programming and the working method, that is how to solve a linear programming problem given. Okay. So let us go through the definitions once again. So first we are defining the objective function. What is the objective function? A function of the form z is equal to ax plus by. Function of the form z is equal to ax plus by, which has to be maximized or minimized in a given linear programming problem. It is called as objective function. Okay. So function in this form z is equal to ax plus by, which has to be maximized or minimized in a linear programming problem. It is called as objective function. Next, constraints. What are the constraints? The restrictions or conditions on the decision variables are called as the constraints. Okay. The restrictions or conditions on the decision variables are called as the constraints. Now here x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0, these are called non-negative constraints. Okay. So all the problems we are going to discuss here, they are non-negative constraints. Okay. X and y should be positive because the number of units that is we are going to consider, they can never be negative. Okay. So this is constraints. Next we are defining feasible region. What is a feasible region? The common region determined by all the constraints or all the linear inequalities given. It is called as a feasible region or also called as solution region. Understand? The common region determined by all the constraints is called as a feasible region or solution region. Next, feasible solution. So what is feasible solution means? A point in the feasible region will always give feasible solution. Okay. So any point in the feasible region will always give a feasible solution. Now we are interested in optimal solution. What is optimal solution? Our aim is to minimize or maximize this objective function. So the point in the feasible region where we get the optimal value of objective function. Optimal value means nothing but minimum or maximum value of objective function. So it is called as optimal solution. Okay. A point in the feasible region which gives minimum or maximum value of objective function, it is called as the optimal solution. Okay. Next, corner points. So what are corner points? Corner points are nothing but boundary points. Okay. So the point of intersection of boundary lines are called as the corner points. Okay. Point of intersection of boundary lines are called as the corner points. So these are some definitions we studied. Next, working method also we have seen. What is the working method to solve a linear programming problem? So working method is like this. By using this corner point theorem or corner point method. So what is the first step we are going to do here? Find the feasible region of linear programming problem and determine its corner points either by inspection or by solving the equations of lines where the points are intersecting. Okay. So first we are drawing the solution region or feasible region. How to draw feasible region or solution region? By taking the inequalities. So already we know inequalities are representing the half planes either below the line or above the line. So according to the inequality given, first you have to draw this half planes. Suppose it is another inequality like this below the second line, and x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0 means solution region in the first quadrant. So we have to shade this common region which is called feasible region. The common region satisfied by all the inequalities or all the constraints, it is called as feasible region. So first you have to identify this feasible region. This is a feasible region. Now after identifying this feasible region, we have to determine the corner points. So corner points are nothing but boundary points. These are the boundary points. So after finding this boundary points, now some directly will be visible from the graph, some we have to find by solving the lines. Okay. So this may not be visible directly here. So this can be obtained by solving these two lines, intersection of these two lines. So solving the two lines will get the point of intersection here. Okay. So after obtaining this corner points, evaluate the value of objective function at each of the corner points. Okay. At each of these corner point, we are finding the value of this objective function. Let m and m, capital M is the largest value and small m is the smallest value of objective function z. Okay. So if the feasible region is bounded, then capital M is the maximum value, small m is the minimum value of z. Okay. So mostly we are going to discuss only about this bounded feasible region. So bounded means which can be enclosed within a circle or a closed diagram. So it is called a bounded feasible region. So in case of bounded feasible region, both minimum and maximum of z exist, and where they exist only at the corner points. So capital M is the maximum value, small m is the minimum value of objective function whenever the feasible region is bounded. Okay. So about unbounded, as it is not included in our reduced syllabus, so we don't discuss about unbounded feasible region. Understand? So follow this working method for all the problems. That is what we are going to solve here. Understand? So we can start exercise now. Let's see exercise 12.1. Question number 2. Minimize z equal to minus 3x plus 4y subjected to constraints. So these are the constraints or restrictions given. Under these restrictions we have to minimize, means find the minimum value of objective function. Okay. So what is the first step here? First you have to draw the feasible region satisfied by all these constraints. So take these inequalities, take the inequalities and draw the graph of all these inequalities, okay, and obtain the feasible region. So for solving this in the examination, you will be given a graph sheet. Okay. So when you are practicing also, better you go through the graph sheet. Okay. So draw these solutions in the graph sheet only. So I suggest you to bring graph sheets when we are solving these questions. Okay. So how to draw the inequalities? So first you take inequality with equality, replace inequality with equality and draw the line. Okay. So consider the first inequality, x plus 2y less than or equal to 8. This is inequality, means it represents a half plane. So just replace inequality with equality. Consider x plus 2y is equal to 8. Now we know x plus 2y is equal to 8 represents a straight line. Now to draw this straight line, we need any 2 points to draw the straight line. Now usually we take the points on coordinate axis. Okay. So take x equal to 0, we will find y value, and take y equal to 0, we will get x value. Okay. So that I can write in the form of table. So here I will take x value, y value. Suppose y is 0. Now y 0 means what is x value? Y is 0, x will be 8. So what will be the point? 8 comma 0, that is 1 point. Next, if I take x 0, when x is 0, what is y value? 4. Not only 0, you can take any other value, but usually we take the points on coordinate axis, okay, on x axis and y axis. So that's why I am taking y 0 and then x 0, we are getting the points here. So what are the points? 8 comma 0, I will take it as A, and B is 0, 4. Okay. Now let us draw this line which passes through these 2 points 8, 0 and 0, 4. So we'll draw the graph here. So we are having the points 8, 0, 0, 4. Okay, I'll take the scaling of 2 here. So this is a point 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Same I'll take here. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. So this you have to draw in the graph sheet. Okay. So better you practice in the graph sheets. So let us identify these points. 8, 0. This is one point A. Next B is 0, 4. Second point it is B. Now joining these two lines, we can draw a straight line. Now which type of line we have to draw? Observe the inequality. It is less than or equal to 8. Less than or equal to 8 means including 8 equal to 8. So equal to 8 means it represents a straight line. Okay. So you have to draw a dark line here. If it is strictly less than, we have to draw a dotted line. Okay. So about this already we studied in first year. So let's draw a straight line which passes through these 2 points. Right. So this is a straight line which passes through these 2 points. Now this is equal to 8, but we are having less than or equal to 8. So less than or equal to 8 means inequality always represents a half plane. So half plane means it may be below this line or it may be above the line. So how do we know that which region is required? Below the line is required or above the line is required? You take any one test point. Usually we take origin. See where origin lies here? Below the line. So substitute this origin in the inequality and see is it satisfied or not. If origin satisfies means origin lies in solution. So origin lies in solution means below the line is required. If origin does not satisfy means origin does not lie in solution. Now below the line is not required means above the line will be required decision. Okay. So let's substitute any one test point. So substitute origin 0, 0 in the inequality. X plus 2y less than or equal to 8. See what we get? 0 plus 2 into 0 less than or equal to 8. So 0 less than or equal to 8, it is true. Now 0 less than or equal to 8, it is true means origin lies in the solution region. So origin lies in the solution region means which region will be required? Below the line is required. So I will shade like this. So first inequality represents a solution region below this line. Okay. So we will consider this region. Next, we will take another inequality. 3x plus 2y less than or equal to 12. 3x plus 2y less than or equal to 12. So again for drawing this inequality, we replace inequality with equality. Consider 3x plus 2y is equal to 12 and find their point of intersection with coordinate axis. To draw the line, we need 2 points at least. So if we take y is 0, what is x value? Y 0 means 3x equal to 12, x is 4. When x is 0, 2y equal to 12, y is 6. So points are, C I will take 4, 0 and D is 0, 6. Okay. Now let us identify these points. 4, 0, this is the point C, and 0, 6, this is the point D. Now again, joining these 2 points, we have to draw a line. Again, which type of line we have to draw? Including, okay, less than or equal to 12. Including line means it is a dark line. So draw a dark line passing through these 2 points. You can name that line. Okay, first line is this one, which is x plus 2y equal to 8, and this is the second line, which is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Right. So this is the second line. Now for this second line, again it is inequality. So inequality represents half plane. So is it below the line is required or above the line is required? Again, we substitute any one point which lies below the line or above the line. Clearly origin lies below the line, and substitute origin and see is it satisfied or not. So substitute origin 0, 0 in inequality. It is inequality 3x plus 2y less than or equal to 12. So 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 12, 0 less than or equal to 12. It is also true. 0 less than or equal to 12. It is true means origin lies again in the solution region. So where origin lies for the second line, it lies below the line. So again below the line is required. So shade the part which is below this second line. So these are the 2 inequalities we are having. Now we have x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. What is the meaning of x positive, y positive? Means they are non-negative. So we know x positive, y positive represents a solution region in the first quadrant. So let us mention about that also. X greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0 represents solution region in the first quadrant Q1. So these are the 4 inequalities we are having. This is the first inequality, second inequality, third and fourth. Now what is the feasible region now? Feasible region is the common region determined by all the inequalities. It is called as a feasible region. See what is the common region now we can take? Below this first line and below the second line and in first quadrant. Okay. So what is common to all this? Below both the lines and in first quadrant. So in first quadrant means we don't take beyond this first quadrant region. So leaving except first quadrant, leaving all the other quadrants. So what is common region we can take? Below both the lines and in first quadrant. So this will be the common region we can take. Below both the lines in first quadrant. Right. So the region marked green ink here, it is the feasible region or the region which is common to all the inequalities given. Understand? Right. So in the examination, whenever we see the diagram, so whatever you are shading, okay, other parts whatever you are shading or not shading, but whatever the feasible region, it should be clearly visible. Okay, when it is visible clearly, then only we will get the marks. Okay, if we shade all the total portion, okay, same, then there will be no difference between feasible region and other region. Okay. So whether you are shading this other region or not, but the feasible region, it should be visible very clearly. Understand? So this is a feasible region. Now after identifying the feasible region, so what is the next step? We have to identify the corner points. So what are the boundary points here? Boundary points are, one is origin 0, 0. Next this is the point C. What is the point C here? 4, 0. Point B, what is B here? 0, 4 on y axis. Now we have another point here, boundary point, that is not known. Okay. So in the graph sheet, if you draw clearly, correctly, then from the graph sheet directly we can find this point. Okay. What is this point? That we can find directly from the graph sheet. Okay. So here I am drawing on the board, so I don't know what is that point clearly. So how to find this point here? Suppose this is a point E. Now E is nothing but the intersection of these two lines. So by solving the two lines we can get E, or in the graph sheet just by inspection, what is on x axis, what is the value on y axis, you can find the E value. Okay. So I want to find the value of E here, that is solving the two lines. So solving 3x plus 2y equal to 12 and x plus 2y equal to 8, I will subtract. So sign changes, y cancelled. 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 2. At x is equal to 2, what is y value? X is 2 means 2y equal to 6, y will be 3. So what is the point E here? 2, 3. Understand? So how many corner points we are having? Origin C, E and B. So here corner points are O 0, 0, C 4, 0, B 0, 4 and E 2, 3. Right. So this is a second step. Okay. Identifying the feasible region. After identifying the feasible region, we have to find the corner points, that is the boundary points. So we are having 4 boundary points. Now after finding the corner points, what is the next step? We have to evaluate the value of objective function at each of these corner points, because according to corner point theorem, what we know, either the minimum value or maximum value of objective function, it must occur only at the corner points. Okay. So at each of the corner points, let us find the value of z. I'll write this in the form of table. Corner point, value of z equal to minus 3x plus 4y. So corner points we have origin 0, 0. What is z? X is 0, y is 0. So it is 0 plus 0. Next, at the point 4, 0. Z is x is 4, y is 0. 4 means minus 12 plus 0, which is minus 12. Next, B 0, 4. Z is 0 plus 16. 16. Next, E is 2, 3. Z is minus 6 plus 12, which is 6. So these are the values of objective function at each of the corner points. Now, what is the least value of all this? Minus 12 is the least value. I will denote by small m. Next, greatest value is 16. I denote by capital M. Okay. After finding the value of z, identify the least value and greatest value. Now, depending on the feasible region, if it is bounded or unbounded, okay, based on which type of feasible region we have, now we can write maximum and minimum values. Now, what we studied again, whenever the feasible region is bounded, in case of bounded feasible region, both the minimum value and also the maximum value of z exist, and they occur at this corner points. Small m is the minimum value and capital M is the maximum value of z in case of bounded feasible region. If it is unbounded, then minimum maximum may or may not exist. Okay. So, again that we do not discuss here. So, here bounded region means both minimum and maximum exist. So, that is what we write as the feasible region is bounded. So, both the minimum and maximum of z exist. Both the minimum and maximum values of objective function z exist. Here we are minimizing the objective function. Okay. So, here minimum value of z is minus 12, minimum value of z is minus 12, which is obtained at the corner point, which is obtained at the corner point. What is that point? 4, 0. So, this much we have to write a solution, understand? So, here they are asking only minimize minimum value of z. So, minimum value of z is minus 12. If they are asking maximize z, maximum value is 16 obtained at the corner point, it is 0, 4. So, here 4, 0 is C. So, this is a method of solving a linear programming problem given. Again, let us see the working method. So, some function will be given, objective function which you have to minimize or maximize. Some constraints will be given. So, first step is draw all these constraints or linear inequalities in the graph and identify the feasible region. That is a common region satisfied by all the inequalities. After identifying the feasible region, you have to determine the corner points. Okay, corner points are nothing but boundary points. See what are the boundary points. Some will be visible directly, some we have to find, okay, by solving the lines. Find the corner points and then find the value of z at each of the corner points. We will get the values of z at the corner points. Now, out of all this, see what is the smallest value, we denote by small m, greatest value denoted by capital M. Whenever the feasible region is bounded, both the minimum and maximum exist. Small m is the minimum value and capital M is the maximum value. Okay. Unbounded region we do not study here. Understand? So, same method for all the problems. Okay. Inequality changes, objective function changes, but method of solving remains same only. Understand? Next. Let us see the next question. Maximize z equal to 3x plus 2y subject to constraints. So, again we draw the inequalities first. First one, x plus 2y less than or equal to 10. So, replace inequality with equality. X plus 2y is equal to 10. Find the point of intersection of this on coordinate axis. When y is 0, x is 10, and when x is 0, y is 5. So what are the points? One is 10 comma 0, another is 0 comma 5. First we write x value, then y value. So these are the 2 points, 10 comma 0 and 0 comma 5. So let us draw this inequality. First draw the line, then shade the region below the line or above the line. So here we are having the points 10, 5. In second inequality we will be having 15 and 5 like this. So I will take scaling of 5. Okay, let us take the scaling of 5. So I will take 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. You can write the scaling on x-axis 1 centimeter equal to 5 units, on y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 5 units. Okay, scaling you can mention. So here points are 10, 0, 0, 5. 10, 0, this is point A, 0, 5, this is point B. So let's draw a straight line passing through these two. Again, which type of line we have to draw? Inequality less than or equal to means including the line. So including line means it is a dark line. Right. So this is a line, x plus 2y is equal to 10. Name the line after drawing. Now, which region is required? Is it below the line or above the line? Again, take a test point. Usually we substitute origin, where origin lies below the line. So substitute origin 0 comma 0 in inequality. This is inequality x plus 2y less than or equal to 10. So 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 10. 0 less than or equal to 10 is true, means origin lies in solution. Where origin lies? Here below the line. So shade the region below the line. Next, take another inequality, 3x plus y less than or equal to 15. Again replace inequality with equality. Consider 3x plus y is equal to 15. So find point of intersection with the coordinate axis. When y is 0, x is 5. X is 0, y is 15. So points C is 5 comma 0, D is 0 comma 15. 5 0, this is one point C, and 0 comma 15, this is the point D. So joining these two, again we have to draw a line because of less than or equal to, including the line. So draw a dark line now passing through C and D like this, and name the line. This is 3x plus y is equal to 15. So again this line divides the xy plane into two parts, above the line, below the line. Which one will be required? Inequality. So clearly again origin lies below the line. Substitute origin and see is it satisfies or not. Substitute origin in inequality 3x plus y less than or equal to 15. So 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 15. 0 less than or equal to 15. Again it is true. It is true means again solution, origin lies in the solution. Origin lies in the solution means below the line will be required region. So required region is below this second line also. Next we have xy greater than or equal to 0. So x greater than or equal to y greater than or equal to 0 represents solution region in first quadrant. X greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0 represent solution region in first quadrant. Okay, so in first quadrant, below the first line and below the second line, see what is the common region I can take below both the lines and in first quadrant. Only in first quadrant we have to take, so this region will be required. So darkly shade this region, which is the feasible region here. Right. So this darkly shaded region, this is what? Feasible region. Now after finding this feasible region, we have to identify the corner points. See what are the corner points here. This is one corner point, 5, 0, point C. Next 0, 5, it is the point B. Now origin is one corner point. Now there is another corner point here, so it is E. So E value we don't know. So how to obtain E? By solving this two lines. So solve the two lines. Solving x plus 2y is equal to 10 and 3x plus y is equal to 15. Make the coefficient same and multiply second equation with 2. 6x plus 2y is equal to 30, x plus 2y is equal to 10. Let us subtract. So sign changes. 5x is 20, x is 4. When x is 4, y value is 4 means 6, 3. So what is the point E? It is 4, 3. Required point E is 4, 3. So how many corner points we have now? Boundary points, origin, C, E and B. So here corner points are origin, next B 0, 5, E 4, 3 and C 5, 0. Right. Now after finding this corner points, we have to find the values of Z at each of the corner point. Now I can write this in the form of table. Corner point value of Z equal to 3x plus 2y. Corner points, one is origin. So when x is 0, y is 0, what is Z value? 0 plus 0. Next B is 0, 5, what is Z value? X is 0, y is 5, it is 10. Next E is 4, 3, Z is 12 plus 6, 18. Next 5, 0, Z value 15 plus 0. So these are the values of Z at each of the corner points 3x plus 2y. Now what we require is maximize Z. So out of all these values of Z, what is the least? Least is 0, highest is greatest is 18. Let us denote it by small m and capital M. Now here observe that feasible region, it is bounded. So in case of bounded feasible region, what we know, both the minimum and maximum exist, and small m is the minimum value, capital M is the maximum value. As the feasible region is bounded, so both the minimum and maximum values of z exist. Both the minimum and maximum values of z exist. Here we are interested in finding a maximum value. Here maximum value of z is 18, which is obtained at the corner point which is obtained at the corner point 4, 3. So this is the maximum value of z subjected to these constraints. So understanding the method of solving here, okay, not so difficult, maybe lengthy, but already we solved how to draw the graph of inequalities. It is just extension, finding the corner points, find the value of z, then depending on feasibility is bounded or unbounded, we are writing maximum value or minimum value of z. Okay, so questions will be very easier, okay, without making the calculation mistakes. You have to solve it so that we can get that 6 marks type question based on this type of models. Okay, so go through the theory and try to solve some problems based on this. Try to complete up to 5. Okay, there are some problems based on unbounded feasible region. So unbounded feasible region, if you are getting, you can leave that problem, no need to solve. Okay, so let us continue our remaining problems in the next class. Okay, thank you.